get all your stuff? There we go. Okay. Comments. I'm doing this so late. No one's gonna watch this. Oh, we have one person here. I don't know who's gonna watch this late, but we'll give it a shot. I'll save this, of course, if you want to see what I got for Christmas. Hello, I just got back from why can't I think right? What are words? What? From Christmas part. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. This is a bad idea. Why am I doing this right now? We just got home from Christmas with my family. Thank you. I got the dollar store. Today we celebrated Christmas with my family. Yesterday we celebrated with Danny's family, and today it was my family, and it was really fun. And I filmed a lot, and you guys are gonna get a gigantical.
We're gonna get it.
Christmas special. It's probably gonna be over an hour. Just of like the whole weekend, and I have a lot of footage, so it's gonna be a long one for anyone who is interested. But anyway, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. So today we're still celebrating Christmas today, so it's kind of still Christmas for us. So Merry Christmas. But how are you guys doing? I thought it would be fun to go live and show you what I got for Christmas. I was gonna do a video of showing you what I got for Christmas, but
You're too tired.
well, but now I'm realizing I'm too tired to keep getting up and showing each gift one at a time. So now I'm like debating. Should I hurry and change the title and just make this a video later? Let's take a vote. Who votes with that for me to be that? How are you doing health-wise? I haven't caught up with you in a while. Well, hi Lucy. I'm great. I'm alive and to show my favorites. That's a good idea. Okay. Do whatever you have enough energy for. Okay, let's take a vote. Okay, hold on. You guys, I have BPD. It has to be all or nothing. Either I show you all of them right now or nothing right now. Or I don't know what I was just gonna say. I'm so tired. You have BPD too. Yay! So it would be easier to just sit and talk to you for a minute. How about let's wait? Maybe I'll get some energy in a minute once we get going on this live stream, and then maybe I'll show it to you. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I have BPD too, and it's killing me. I know it's awful. All mental illness is awful, but I'm learning more and more about BPD. The older I get, the more I learn from you guys, from YouTube videos and therapy, everything. Like I'm learning so much, and I'm like, whoa, that's what's wrong with me. Oh, anyway, and that's how I can. Yeah. What did you get for Christmas? Why don't you tell them?
Oh, I got a lot of stuff.
Danny got things. So I filmed our Christmas morning, but I did a time lapse of us opening presents, so it kind of goes quick. But I think did we get any close-ups of anything? Not really. I don't think we did.
We just kind of.
This Christmas was so different for us. We were kind of just wanted to just focus on each other, and so we're like, let's just do a time lapse and let it roll.
Let it roll. And we did.
Oh, this might hurt my mouth. Sorry, I thought that would be riper. You'll love it. It's too acidic for my mouth. I need a softer one. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Show us tomorrow. Oh, that's a good idea. I could do a live stream tomorrow because it is going to take me a couple days to edit that video, guys. It's going to take a really long time. So I'll try and get it up as soon as I can. So yeah. So maybe. How do I change the title of this while I'm live? I don't think you can.
Just don't. People will watch it and figure it out.
Okay. If people come in and are like, oh, then I'll just be like, Never mind, we're not doing that. And I'll change the title after this. That would be much greater. Hey. Are you tired?
Tired as hell.
Is it the bad one? Oh, yep. That's a sour one.
Whoa! That was too much. Here's what I got.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
That's what Danny got. Maybe he'll tell you more about it tomorrow. How's the weather there? The weather is good. It's cold. It's been dry. Like there's snow on the ground still. We have a lot of snow on the ground, but it hasn't like rained or snowed in a couple days. So it was dry roads, which was nice, but there was still snow, which was pretty to look at on the ground. So it was like kind of perfect in my opinion. But tomorrow we're gonna get hit with more rain and snow, and I think a little bit for the rest of the week. So yeah, it was good. It's been a really long time since we've had a white Christmas in Utah, or at least where I live in Utah. It's been a lot of years since that's happened, so it was very exciting. I'm excited because I just realized that I start Lost tonight. Lost is my favorite show, and I start it every Christmas night, and I decided to wait to start it till tonight because for a really stupid reason, actually, you'll find out in the vlog. But I'm really excited to start Lost. Lost is my favorite show, and I start every Christmas night because I get really sad right after Christmas. Like I get really bummed that the season is over and people are not nice anymore, and the world goes back to being miserable and awful and stuff like that. So I always really look forward to doing that. So I'm really excited for that. That's literally the most exciting news I have to share. So you can see some of my gifts in the background because I haven't cleaned them up. So, but tomorrow I'll show you up close. Really cute stuff. I'll show you what was in the thumbnail, which is my favorite. I think one of my favorite gifts. This is like a candle holder that's just stunning. So I got for my mom for Christmas, because these are little sunflowers, but these are smaller. I got her a bigger one that's just one, and it's like a big old candle holder, and this one was for me because, yeah. Everyone guess how much you think this is. This is real crystal. I found it at, I think, Burlington, or where did I find it? Okay, guess how much this is. It's very heavy, real crystal, everything. Isn't it so gorgeous? It's so gorgeous. Because sunflowers are my favorite flower, so, and rainbow is my favorite, so it's perfect. I love it. 50K, any other guesses? 20, any other guesses? 20. It was, the one I got my mom was, let's see. Hers was, it was smaller, so it was cheaper. Oh, hers was like $8, and this was $24.99. Isn't that incredible? But this is like too much for my mom's house, and we have the same taste. She would have loved this too, but it's too much for her house right now. She doesn't have like a gigantic house like she used to, so she doesn't like a lot of decorations anymore because she's getting to that age where she's like, I'll just have a little bit here and there. So that's why I only got her the single one and got this one for me, because this is very me. Isn't it beautiful? I know, right? Such a bargain. And the one I got for my mom, you'll see it in the vlog, was $8.99. It's basically one of these, but it's like that big around, and it's just like a dish for candles or whatever you want to put in it. Anyway, I'm obsessed with this. And then I'll show you the snow globe, because Danny buys me a new snow globe every single Christmas. It's tradition, and I adore this one. So here's this year's snow globe, and if you look really closely, you can see there's a little birdie. The little angel is holding the little birdie. It's the cutest thing in the world. Isn't that sweet? So there's, most of my collection is back there, but there's some scattered around the house too. So, isn't that gorgeous? I love it. He said it played music when he bought it, and now it doesn't. So, whoops. Don't know what that's about. Anyway, gorgeous. Yeah. Does anyone even want me to do a video? Does anybody watch those on my channel? I know they're popular on other people's channels, but on mine, I don't think anyone cares. I don't know. Could be wrong. Anyway, how was your guys' Christmas? What did everyone get for Christmas? I'm so tired. But I haven't talked to you guys in a couple days. I feel bad. Thanks. Oh no. I was out of town for a cornea transplant. Your fourth? Wait, what does that mean? Sorry, I'm really ignorant when it comes to that. Are you blind? Are you like completely blind? And is the cornea like the part that, I'm sorry, I'm really ignorant. You need to educate me, please. That'd be great. Man, that sounds really scary and complicated. I got nothing. Mine is just me and my dog. Good. Your dog is awesome. That's, at least you got to. You got COVID again? No, but enjoy the family. That's good. Earrings, a new kitchen utensil holder. Ooh, and a big Yankee candle. Ooh, those are good gifts. And if you didn't get gifts, what did you do on Christmas? That's okay if you didn't get gifts. Silent night, holy night, all is bright round the young virgin. Mine sucked. I found out that words can physically hurt you. Oh no. My daughter said that I'm a bad influence on my grandson. She said I'm teaching him to be a hoarder. Oh, that's rough. Whoa. That's rough, honey. I'm sorry. That's hard. Darn it. Ugh. Where do I store my decorations? We have a storage room in the basement and then my office upstairs. The cornea is the clear part that covers your iris and pupil. I have had to have mine replaced four tubes now. Do you mean 4 times now? Because the first 3 transplants failed. Wait, so are you blind then? Are you like completely blind, or how does that work? That sounds so frustrating. I'm so sorry. Wait, so did this one go better, you said? What up, Amy? We all love your video, Shanny, but if you're that tired, go get some rest. No, it's okay. I wanna talk to you for a little bit. A family member kept making sexual comments toward me. Blech. So uncomfortable and triggering. Probably time to stop seeing family. Shauna, I'm so sorry. That's awful. I'm so sorry. It should have taken us an hour to get home after that, but because of the blizzard, it took 21 hours after your surgery. Oh. So did it work this time then? Oh, I'll tell you the other thing I did get. My biggest gift, actually. It's not the laptop. I got the laptop last year. Look. Oh, hold on. It's my password. Okay. Look what Danny got me. He bought it. He downloaded it. He set it all up for me. And Paul's going to come and teach it. And it's Final Cut Pro. Which means Much better edited videos. My Christmas video will not be edited on this. It's going to take me a while to learn this, so it'll be edited like normal. But once I learn certain things on here, I really want to start doing like reaction videos, and other things that I need to learn the editing for. So I'm really excited to do that next year. But that was like my big present, and I'm really excited about it. So thanks, Danny. Yeah. Excuse me, my chapstick is in my boobs. I got nothings for Christmas. I guess I was a bad girl. You weren't a bad girl, Amy. It was so bad, Shauna. It was so bad I had to lock myself back in a back room until they left. What the hell were they saying to you? Why? And what found? Why? Wait, what do you mean towards you? I'm sorry, Shauna. That's not cool. That's gross. It's chaplet season. Ew, I have food in my teeth. Okay. I have a small amount of vision in my other eye, not much. I use a cane or a guide dog. It takes 12 to 18 months to recover, so we don't know yet how successful it will be. It takes a year to a year and a half to recover. So you just have to wait a year, at least a year, to find out if it even worked? Bless your heart. Oh, that must be so frustrating. I hope and pray that it works for you. Seriously. That's awful. Aw, Amy, I'm sorry. Ugh. That breaks my heart. Well, yep, there are 16 stitches in my eye right now. Oh my gosh. I was absolutely horrified. Wow. My oldest grandson absolutely loved one of the gifts I got him. He is currently obsessed with abandoned Kmart stores, so I got him a 3D printed big Kmart sign. That's cool. That's way cool. That's awesome. Am I gonna fall asleep? Okay. Does anyone have a question or a request I can attempt to sing for you? Or I can answer questions? Or what would you guys like to do for the time for me here with you for it, with the time for it, for when it's there? And no, wait, I can't tell you that yet. Never mind. Sorry to do that. I'm sorry, Amy. I don't need any presents. It's just hard knowing that there's no one around to give me a present. Single life and no family life sucks. I'm sorry, hun. What's your favorite Christmas memory any of the years? Ooh. I told one the other day about my best friend slash dude that I was in love with, but he's gay and he wasn't out yet, so I didn't know that. That was a good one, but I think overall, I feel like when Danny, because okay, so Danny made me that mirror that you guys have seen a million times, the gold mirror, and it's like a gold styrofoam frame that he carved himself, And he painted it to make it look like real gold, and it has like everything he sees when he looks at me and around it. So there's like a, you know, part of the border, there's like a sunflower with beautiful, there's a butterfly, there's a word that says passionate, it says sweet with sweets behind it, like candy behind it. Then it's a big heart of gold with love, and then caring with birds behind it, and then spirit, and then family with sunflowers behind it, and then creativity with like art stuff behind it. So he made that in the frame, carved it into the frame, and he gave it to me. And it's the most precious gift I've ever received ever. It's my, like, if our house was on fire, that's what I would grab after, of course, like the birds and the two of us, you know what I mean? It's my biggest treasure. But that Christmas, I happened to be really, really sick. Like, I had the flu. Yeah, I can show you the mirror for those that haven't seen it. I had a really, really bad flu that Christmas, and I was so bummed because I just love Christmas, and I love being with my family. And I had family that was up that I hadn't seen for a really long time, and I couldn't be around them. I had to stay in my room because I was really sick. It was when we were living with my parents in their basement, and my brother and sister and their families were here and in the same house. So I kind of had to stay in my room because I was sick. So just at one point, Danny kind of just came and got me and like woke me up from a nap all sweet and softly. And he's like, I think I should give you your present. Maybe it'll cheer you up. And so he did. So let's go see it. For those that haven't seen it. Look, we haven't even cleaned up our wrapping paper, by the way. So hold on, let me clear it so you can like make sure you can see it really well. Okay. So this is it. So he had me stand right here in the mirror, and he said, every time you look in the mirror, I want you to see what I see in you. So as you can see, he's so talented, so clever. This is all foam. He carved, so you can see how part of it broke in the move. So it's literally like foam. And he just painted it to make it look like gold. There's the butterfly and the passionate. The sweetness stuff. The love, the big heart of gold. Birds. Spirit, family with the sunflowers. Creativity with the art and everything. So yeah, that was really, really special to me, and it made me cry big time. Yeah, it was really sweet, really, really special. Yeah, he's insanely talented. I mean, he's so creative, and so, I mean, he worked on that for maybe, it took him maybe a week, maybe. He's so good. Like, he did it quickly, like that quickly too. That's insane. He's amazing. Yeah, I did cry. It was amazing. Yeah, I love it. So much work, but he did it quickly. That's how talented he is. That's why he's so sought after. Everyone in Utah, all the film crews in Utah just want him on their projects because he's quick, he's efficient, he's talented, he's really creative, and he's really got a lot of good ideas, and he's so good at his job. Yeah, I think it took him a week. I think maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. But either way, I was like, it only took you that long? I'll have to ask him because I don't remember exactly. But I was like, no way. He's incredible. I love him a lot. He's really nice. And he's really cute. And he's really sweet. He makes me feel happy. And I forgot to put the groceries away. I'm looking at them and I forgot to put in the weight. So I should do that. You were thinking a couple years. It took him a couple years. If it was real gold, it would have taken him that long. But he just carved it by hand, every little part of it. He's so talented. What else could I show you? He's made a couple things in here. Where's that? Did I ever? Oh, I did. It's right there. Okay. Well, first of all, he made his ukulele stand. So this is a stand that he made himself just to hold his ukuleles, but it's really cool if you get up close to it. Like, he just carved every little bit of that in there and stained it and painted it. There's the little pick right in the middle. Like, even down there, it's like really detailed wood. It's kind of hard to see, but get the idea. Like, look at that. He's so talented. And then he also made this for me when we were first married. It's a stick. He went and found a stick and he carved in it, and that means I'm not sure which Asian language that is because I'm really ignorant, but it means forever and always, which is what we say to each other always. So I thought that was pretty cool. He's just really creative. He gets these ideas and yeah, really awesome. Let me put the cold stuff away really quickly. Give me like 2 seconds. We need to clean up our trash. Anyway, okay. Is who married? Oh, Amy did help. I forgot. Sorry, I missed that. Are you guys married? Yes, we are. We've been married for 18 years, 18 and a half years. Yeah, I was 19 and he was 21 when we got married. So we are really old. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Good night, Stacia. Thanks for being here. Don't hurt my mouth. What are you talking about, Amy? I never know what you're talking about. Anyway. No, I'm not 34. I'm 38. So that's fun. Well, does anybody have any questions or anything you want me to talk about or sing? Otherwise, I'll let you go because there's not a lot of chatting tonight happening. But that's because it's really late for most of the people that watch me. So. You're 38 too? Cool. I turned 39 on October 19th. So I just turned 38. Dang it, this is hurting my mouth. Tastes so good though. Darn it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You love when I sing? What should I sing? Do you want me to sing? If I can sing, I just sang a whole bunch at my mom's house, but I can try. What should I sing? You're ancient? No, you're not, Linda. I'm turning 29 next year. What do you do on your 29th birthday? Are you asking me what I did on my 29th birthday, or are you asking me what should you do on your 29th birthday? Yes, Amy is 38 also. Yes. Amy and I are twins, basically. And she lives on my front porch. And we feed her bananas here and there. Sometimes they're rotten, but she kind of likes it that way, so I can. Anything Christmas? Okay. How about my favorite, or both of my favorites? Since this is the last time I'll sing Christmas songs this year.
Hundreds of incredible products on sale every single week.
Stop it.
Just check out our weekly ad to discover.
Guys, Hobby Lobby has so many sales every week. I don't know if this is the version I want, but is this the one I want? Wait, what is this? Oh, this is, no, I don't want this version. Sorry, I can't do that version. That's like, hold on, I have to mute you and make sure that I can do this. I'll try it, but it's not gonna be good. Can we all just be warned? Because ever since I was in the ICU, my voice hasn't gone back to what it used to. And I'm not saying I used to be like really good, but I was better than I am now. So just bear with me. But this is just for fun anyway, so who cares? Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Can't hear myself. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder awaits Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine. This is so hard to sing, but it's my favorite. One of my two favorite. No, one of my three, maybe. Another Christmas songs. What are your guys' favorite Christmas songs? I would love to know. Yeah, Amy and I have been friends for a very long time. She's like an older sister to me. Shall he break for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Let ever praise we. Noel, Noel, oh night when Christ was born. Noel, Noel, oh night. Oh, night divine. Okay, that was really bad. I'm sorry, but it was still fun. It's just for fun. Okay, and then my other favorite is this one.
Your little one is our top priority, so we're producing our trusted formulas at record high
Cute.
levels.
Yeah, so ever since the ICU, and honestly, if I'm being told, well, maybe I shouldn't talk. I'll let you figure it out if you're curious enough. Another event that this year, that happened this year, also, my voice just hasn't been the same since. I'm like really bummed about it.
With
It's
your
weird.
newfound freedom, that's shopping made fast and easy, only
okay.
in the Amazon app.
This is beautiful. It's not very well known, but it's really beautiful. I'll never have the power to control the land. This is Mary singing. Or conquer half the world, or claim the sun. I'll never be the kind who simply waves her hand and has a million people do things I wish I'd done. But in the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design. Sorry, this song makes me cry. Gloria, Gloria, sing the name of the Lord, and he will make me shine. And I will be like Mother Mary with a blessing in my soul. And I will give the world. I'm gonna cry because I can't sing anymore. And I will be like Mother Mary. I can't sing anymore. I'm sorry. It's a pretty song though. Just trust me. How about this? Let's listen to Colleen sing it because she's the one introduced it to me. And my gosh, it was beautiful. What's it called? I think it's called Christmas Lullaby. This is from 9 years ago. She posted this. So like, it only has 96,000 views. So that tells you how long ago she posted it, and it's so pretty. I love this song. I wish it was more popular, you know? Anyway, sorry I can't.
And guess what I didn't do? I didn't upload a singing video. I am in Santa Barbara with my family, and I just totally forgot. So I'm sorry. I'm such a
She looks
slacker.
so
I'm
different
gonna do
back
today
then,
instead.
didn't she?
I thought I'd sing a musical theater song for you guys today because I don't usually sing musical theater anymore. But I grew
Thanks,
up
but
just completely obsessed with it.
it's
And
I
it's
think
my
I've covered
roots,
this song in the
it's my
past a
heart,
couple
and
times
it's
on my
why I
channel,
do what
so
I do now.
you
Because
can
I
go
grew
look
up
for it.
in
I'm sure it
musical
was
theater.
a lot
I'm gonna sing
better
a song
than what
by my
just happened.
favorite musical theater composer, Mr. Jason Robert Brown. I love that man to death. He's crazy talented. And if you guys like
Sounds
this song,
crazy
you can
talented.
buy the original
Okay,
Blues
so-
Lullaby since it's Christmas time and the title has the word Christmas in it. I thought it would be appropriate.
Sorry for the glares. I don't know how to fix that.
I'll never have the power to control the land or conquer half the world or claim the sun.
So
I'll
pretty.
never be the kind who simply waves her hand and has a million people do the things I wish I'd done. But in the eyes of heaven, my place is assured. I carry with me heaven's grand design.
Amy, I'll take it from here.
Gloria, Gloria, I'll sing the name of the Lord.
This is Colleen. How do you not know who this is? One of the queens of YouTube. The queen of YouTube.
And I will be like Mother Mary with a blessing in my soul. And I will give the world my eyes so they can see.
She plays the character Miranda
I will
sings.
be like Mother Mary with a blessing in my soul. And the future of the world inside of me. And I will be like Mother Mary
Yeah.
with the power in my veins to believe in all the things I've yet to be. And I will be like Mother Mary, I'll suffer any pains. I can hear the music. In the future of the world.
I never counted that part either. It's hard to hear the music of that part.
For the future of the world inside of me.
I really wish that she would sing more herself like that. Anyway, it's a beautiful song. I love that song. Okay, what was I just about to do? I forget. I was just about to do something, wasn't I? Maybe not. Well, guys, anyway, it's a beautiful song. I love that song. Okay, what was I just about to do? What was I gonna do? Okay, I can see your comments again. Yeah, that's Colleen is the reason I started YouTube. I found her right before I almost died. And so it was like right before I started YouTube. It was a couple months before I started YouTube. I found her through my niece. My niece showed me a Miranda Sings video. And I asked my niece, I'm like, how old is this girl? And she's like, oh, she's like 15 or 16. And I'm like, no offense, Colleen, but no, she's not 15. She's got to be older. She's very close to my age. And so I kind of did a deeper dive into this character of Miranda Sings and realized that it was a character. My niece didn't even know it was a character at the time. And then I found Colleen behind the scenes and I fell in love with her personality and her voice and her way of thinking and her family and everything is so similar to mine. So I just like felt connected to her, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could do that. Like I wish that I could start a channel, but what would I talk about? I have nothing interesting to talk about. I have nothing to contribute to the world because I'm a piece of shit. And so I'm like, wait, how about I talk about why I'm a piece of shit? Just kidding. But I was like, oh, maybe I could talk about eating disorders and keep people talking about it more. Because back when I joined YouTube, a lot of people didn't talk about it a lot at all. Now they do, and I'm so grateful. I'm so glad. But yeah, so then I almost died, the toothbrush story, which you guys know. Well, most of you do. I shouldn't assume all of you know. And if you don't know, let me know. I'll tell it. But if you do, then I won't. Anyway, it was the day after that happened. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm starting the YouTube channel because I need something to do. I want this disease to have a purpose. Like, I want my recovery to be I want it to have more of a purpose than just for myself, because it's not working to recover myself. You know what I mean? And I did eventually. I recovered, and then I had a relapse a year ago. Was it? I don't know. And right now I'm slowly getting back on track. Yeah. So the toothbrush story. So I tell this story every time I go and speak at like high schools or wherever I've been asked to speak before. So I used to purge, big trigger warning, with the toothbrush. And I had been purging for so long at that point, a couple decades, yeah. And I'd always used a toothbrush, and I'd never had any trouble with it. I had never swallowed it. I had never stabbed my throat with it. I never scratched myself with it. Like nothing like that had ever happened. And so I'm like, oh, I'm totally fine. Like that's not going to happen to me ever. But that particular night, for some reason, I was purging with the toothbrush down my throat, and somehow my throat closed and grabbed the toothbrush and just swallowed it. But it got stuck. So I had a toothbrush where the head was like stuck at the back of my throat, and then the rest of it was down here, and it was completely blocking my breathing, and I couldn't breathe. And I just remember every time I tell the story the same every time because I will remember it forever. There were these like crucial 10 seconds. Okay. So for the first 5 seconds, I'm not kidding you. My very first thought was, okay, this is how I'm going to die. And I knew I was going to die young. I've always felt that. And okay, fine, I'll die. That's fine. I just didn't think it would be like this, you know? So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then literally all in that 5 seconds, that was my thought. And then I also, just like they say in the movies, like my life flashed before my eyes. Everything hard I'd ever been through, everything fun I'd ever been through, anything, my entire life flashed before my eyes. But then the second half of that 10 seconds, I had a vision, like a clear vision of Danny coming into the bathroom and finding me dead on the bathroom floor with the toothbrush down my throat and puke everywhere. And seeing his reaction to that, and like having that vision of him finding me was like gut wrenching. And so I just like closed my eyes and I just prayed to God, and I was like, listen, help. All I said, I think that's all I said was help. And as you can see, I have a very, very small mouth, and I can't fit, like, this is how far my fingers will go. That's it. But not somehow, by the grace of God, I was able to reach down like my entire throat and pull out the toothbrush, and I was okay, and I didn't die. And it was the next morning that I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get this out there. Let's get people other than myself knowing about this, because it's killing me literally. And it was terrifying. It was really, really scary. So I'll never forget it. So anyway, so I was like, oh, because I've been watching Colleen since like since March. From March to June. June 9th is when I started, 2015. And I found her in March of 2015. So I've been watching her for all those months and falling in love with what she does and like making video and like the idea of, I didn't even know what channels, I didn't know YouTube had channels. I didn't know that, I just thought YouTube was for like stupid cat videos or something. Had no idea it was like, there's like communities and channels and subscribers and all, like I had no idea of that world at all. And I just fell in love with it immediately. But every time I watch one of her videos, I'm like, man, I wish I could do that, but I have nothing to talk about. And then when that toothbrush happened, I was like, no, okay, this is maybe why I'm here. Maybe this is why I survived that, because it was a miracle that I survived that. Like I was dying, I could not breathe, and it felt like that anyway. I don't know if I was actually dying, because you can go without oxygen for a little while, but it felt like I was gonna die. And I don't know how my hand got in there to get it out, but it did. So yeah, it was terrifying. Yeah, so that's what brought me here, guys. That's how I got here. So I have my niece to thank, because my niece introduced me to Colleen Miranda, and then I looked into Colleen. I fell in love with Colleen and YouTube itself through Colleen. And then that horrific story had to happen for me, I guess. I don't know, just for me, that's what needed to happen to really scare the shit out of me enough to reach out. And I don't know, like I started my channel to get support and keep myself accountable, but also to get people talking about it. So just sharing my experience no matter what. And that's all I've ever done on here is I share everything I'm going through. Lately, that's been tougher for me. I've been going through stuff lately, but I haven't felt as safe talking about it recently, but that's okay. And I'm very blessed to have really amazing family and friends, and best of all, my husband. Like, he's amazing. So so this happened June 8th 2015. It's tough. I understand that. Maybe I shouldn't get into this now, but I think it's easy for other people to look at you, whoever you are, and treat you a certain way or see you as a certain way and not be able to fully understand what you're going through, even though they might think they do. And that's okay. Like, that's something I'm working on in therapy, is like learning to accept that not everybody's going to understand me, and that there's going to be people twisting what I say and misunderstanding my words or my intentions or anything like that. And that's just life. That's just how it is, you know? And I'm only telling you this not to bring that up again, but I'm telling it for your sake. Like, if you've got people in your life that maybe don't either believe what you're going through, or they are sick of hearing about what you're going through, or they make fun of you for it, they mock you, they've left you, all the things, like, just remember everybody's journey is so different, and everybody's eating disorder is so different. So even if someone's like, well, I had an eating disorder and I recovered this way, how come you haven't done that yet? Not everyone's the same. And I think that I was really blessed enough to figure out what worked for me for a year and a half when I was recovered, and I know what that formula is for me, and I just am having a hard time getting back into that, but I'm getting there little by little. And like, wait, what? Yay, Dorothy. Hey, I just want to say I was really struggling after Christmas dinner, but I didn't purge, and I'm so happy to see you live, Shanny. You're such an inspiration to me. Well, you're an inspiration to me. That's amazing, and I'm so proud of you. That's incredible. Wow. I love that. Yeah. Anyway, my point is, Most of us who suffer with mental illness and eating disorders at the same time already are being bullied a lot in our heads. Not that people are all bullies, but we're already being told and pointed out, I guess, negative things in our head, negative things about us, which our sick brains will focus on and try and like use that to make us tear ourselves down, like make us abuse ourselves more, you know what I mean? So it does get hard when you hear human beings out in your life, whether it's your family, your friends, whoever, if you hear other human beings saying the same thing that you know your bad voices are saying, then like trying to destroy you, that's their purpose, is they're trying to destroy you more. They're trying to make you hate yourself enough that you keep doing bad behaviors to yourself. And so it's really hard when you see those comments from your head that aren't real become real in a real human being. But just know that I promise you, above in everything I've learned so far, and I have so much more left to learn, and I'm growing and I'm learning, and I'm not perfect, and I am not good at a lot of things, and it's taken a lot of hard work and humility for me to learn things, and I still have a lot left to learn. But I can tell you that a lot of human beings, because they don't know what else to do to make themselves feel better, is that they will project onto you. Either they're envious maybe of something that you have, or something that you're getting out of something. Like sometimes I get the feeling, just once in a while, someone will leave a comment or something like that, and I will get the feeling like, are they just upset that I'm getting attention for what they're not getting attention for? Do you know what I mean? Like, are they upset because I've got thousands of people supporting me and thousands of people aren't supporting them? Maybe, I don't know. Are they upset because maybe they spent their entire life being criticized and torn down by their own mothers and dads and people in their lives, and being bullied their whole lives? And when you're bullied, most people know this, most people who are bullied will bully others or themselves. I'm the type that I was bullied and now I bully myself. Some people are bullied and then they bully others. And it's all just because of pain. Like everything negative that anyone has to say about you comes from pain and also ignorance. And a lot of people just don't understand. Like I can tell you how many of you have come to me and been like, yeah, this family member said this to me and this family member said this, and I know they love me, but why are they saying these things? If only they knew how hurtful it was. They don't. That's the thing. That's why these things have to be talked about, and that's why you have to like open yourself up and talk about it as much as you can, and in the safest way that you feel possible. And I don't know, I just felt like telling you that because it's been the hardest thing for me recently to learn these things, and I'm still learning, and it's still hard, and it's still hard for me to accept it. But I'm really, 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 really trying. And the more I try, the better it gets. And the more I just kind of stay away from anything that's like gonna focus on, listen, constructive criticism, tough love, all that stuff is great depending on who it comes from. If I don't know you, if you're not one of my close friends or family members or therapist, you don't have I feel like you don't have a place to show me tough love and constructive criticism because you don't know me fully. And so when people say that about me, it really bugs me because I'm just like, they're like, oh, she doesn't take constructive criticism and everything's an attack on her and she's arrogant and she's this. And I'm like, no, I do take constructive criticism and tough love, but I only take it from certain people. The people that I listen to with those things are the people that actually know me, which are my family, my friends, and my therapist, and God, and most of all, my husband. But I do truly believe that those people are trying to help. I believe that they think that they are trying to help me, but it doesn't. It hurts, but they'll never get that. And that's okay. Reading it. Like, why am I talking about this again? Don't give that attention. Don't say that there's stuff out there that people write about you. Don't give attention to it. But it just makes me sad and frustrated because I don't know. Like, I wouldn't go to a complete stranger, someone that I didn't know, like or like another YouTuber. Like, I wouldn't go to Colleen, for instance, and I'm like her biggest fan. I've seen her videos thousands of times. So many videos I've seen, watched over and over for comfort. But I would never go to her because she's clearly struggling right now with things and she's opening up about it, and I'm really proud of her for that. But I would never go to her and be like, hey, in my opinion, you need to be doing this though. And you need to be doing this though. And you need to be doing this though. Why aren't you doing this though? And if you're not doing, and why are you getting so angry that I, a complete stranger that you don't even know, why are you getting mad at me for trying to help you? I'm trying to help you. No, it's not my place. It's our place to encourage and love. We can say, we believe in you, we love you, stay positive, send out positivity. It's not your place to point out the negative things that is so personal and so private to them. It's so weird to me that people think it's okay to, but it's like, it's fine. It is okay. They can do what they want. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. If you guys want to have a Reddit, if you want to have comments, if you want to have whatever, I have told my what are they called? Mediator, what are they called? What's the word? Oh my gosh. Can someone help me? You know what I'm thinking? The word. The people that can have the power to delete comments on my channel. Why am I so blanking right now? Wow. I've told them, unless it's something that's like, moderators, thank you. Unless it's something that's like racist or homophobic or really insulting to someone's like beliefs or religion, or most importantly, if people are being mean to each other in the comments, other than that, I'm telling them to leave the comments, even if there are comments that are negative about me. That's fine. That's just gonna happen, and that's life, and that's what I'm learning how to accept. And some of them are overprotective of me and they delete anything negative still, but they're working on that too, and I'm working on that, and I'm working on trying to show that I'll be okay if they don't delete those. And because I know that's part of it and that's just life. And but it does just kind of, it just rubs me the wrong way that people out there seem to think that, I mean, even like, this is why I will forever and ever and ever feel bad about my Eugenia videos. Because it wasn't my place. It wasn't my place to give her tough love. It was my place to encourage her only, and send her love and encouragement, and tell her I believed in her, tell her that I know she can get better and that she's beautiful and she's worth it and all the things. That's what I should have done, and that's why I have not made any videos about her since I apologized about my Eugenia videos. So anyway, my point is, I don't know what my point is, but not everyone's going to understand you and what you're going through in your specific situation, because the situation is the same. And that this would be like the thing that would help her is if you try to get her off the internet, then maybe she'll wake up and see. But like, no, not okay, and that's not my place. I shut her up, and that's not, or I tried to shut her up, and that's not okay. She had to be on the internet. I just had to remove myself from her. That's what I had to do. So, and I haven't watched her in a very long time. I don't even know how she is unless someone comes on and updates me. Like, I don't look into her. I don't. So I learned a lot from that as well. So, oh, is it lagging? Oh no, why is it doing that? Wait, let me check my Wi-Fi. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, this should be better. Let me know if it's better. This should be, I think it's better. Is that working? I think it's good. Hello, hello. Yeah, I think we're good now. Yes? Yes, no? Okay. Better, I think. Time will tell. Okay, I'll just keep talking. Anyway, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, if Eugenia's watching, again, I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many times I've apologized, but people still bring it up and use it against me, and that says more about them than me, to be honest, because I did everything I could to try and make it right, and that's all you can do. You know, that's all you can do is do your best, learn from your mistakes, and move forward, and don't make those mistakes again. Anyway, yeah. But is the plan that you had was an honest, heartfelt plan, so don't be hard on yourself about it. I understand that, but I know, yeah, your heart was in the right place. I know it was, but yeah, and I feel like I did it as kindly as possible, but it's still, I don't know. The only thing that will help Eugenia is Eugenia. The only thing that will help Amberlyn Reed is Amberlyn Reed. The only thing that will help me is me. And if there are people out there that want to watch us and support us, what you can do is encourage. And just be careful with your words, because you never know the really bad thoughts that we're thinking at night, in the middle of the night, that make us want to kill ourselves. Sorry, trigger warning. And then go and read comments where you're saying those same things that our head is telling us. And when we have to work hard, we have to work so hard already to dismiss those voices, and in therapy, in prayer, and whatever else people believe in. For me, that's what it is. And then to dismiss those voices and then see it come out of human beings is really painful. Just be careful. And to just judge and assume someone's life based off of not seeing them for the most you see me is what, an hour a day, maybe once in a while too, but on average you see me for maybe 30 minutes a day on average, if you average everything. So there's 24 hours in a day, and there's a lot that you don't see, and there's a lot that we don't share. And I'm starting to understand more why other YouTubers don't share every little thing in their life, because it really hurts when people take anything and just try and turn it into like making their case correct or something. You know what I mean? How do you say that? It's like they're looking for any little thing they can to prove that they are right, and to justify that they really are just trying to help, and that I need it from them. I don't know. Unsolicited advice is not okay, especially when it comes to your most personal problems, you know? And I know that I've made them public, but I feel like that's common sense, but I guess maybe not. Yeah, Amberlyn Reed is a YouTuber, and Eugenia is a YouTuber. They both have eating disorders. Eugenia has more, well, right now she says she's fine. So, or at least last time I checked on her, and last time someone told me she insists that she's fine. She did admit it at one point that she had an eating disorder, and she's very, 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 very sick. And then there's Amberlyn Reed on the other side of the scale. Sorry, I didn't mean that in a triggered way, but you know what I mean. And she's got binge eating disorder. So, and people are really, yeah. Sometimes I understand that she purposely trolls, and she's admitted that she purposely trolls for views. She's very smart that way. So great, get your money, girl. Okay, I'm not gonna do that, but she does that. But on the flip side, as far as her eating disorder goes, it really does make me sad sometimes, because I know what it's like to see comments of people not only making fun of her size or her lack of a good life in their opinion, or like, why hasn't she gotten better, and attacking that, and just being like, she's never gonna get better, and she da da da. And I'm like, well, if you knew what it was like to live in the hell of having to confront your addiction every day in order to live, you can't live without food. Amberlyn Reed cannot live without food, but she has binge eating disorder, and that's when you're very addicted to food, and food is a comfort for you. It's the biggest comfort for you. And once you start eating, it's really hard to stop. Just like on Twilight, when Edward started getting a little bit of sucking the venom out of Bella, you know what I mean? And then the dad was like, dude, it's out, you can stop. But he like couldn't stop sucking her blood because it just was in him to just like, he couldn't just stop. And that's how eating disorders are, in different forms and different ways, come out in different behaviors. So it's really hard. It's not I don't know, she's lied, she's trolled, she's done all these things. I don't think she's a bad person though, and I'll probably get hate for that. And one of my ideas that I had for next year, and maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I should, I don't know, but I just feel like, I wonder if, because there's so many reaction channels for her, and I wonder if someone were to react in a way, in a different point of view. Maybe like an eating disordered point of view. So if I reacted to her stuff, but from the point of view of somebody that also suffers what she's suffering with, you know what I mean? Because we have very similar eating disorders. She has binge eating, and I have bulimia, which is binging and purging. So we both binge. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to start eating something and taste it and then not being able to stop. And I only purge because I have other health issues where if my stomach is too full, I will have a heart attack and die. So I feel like I have to purge, but some people don't purge. Some people just leave it, and it's, I don't know. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she has been through unimaginable things that none of us could even comprehend. And it just blows my mind that people make fun of her lifestyle. But if you really think about what she's been through and what she's still going through, I'm shocked that she's not even worse than she is, honestly. Like, I don't know. It just makes me sad. But yeah, but she does troll. That's her thing. Great. I understand also that part of YouTube. I understand some people are like, okay, if I do this, then I'll get more money and I'll get more views. And I'm like, I get that. And considering she can't work anywhere else, I can understand why she would keep doing that. Would I do it, and do I agree with it? No, but it's her life. She's not hurting me. She's not hurting. The only person she's hurting is herself. And so the only person that can get her better, just like myself, is herself. And reading comments of people saying things and like competing for who can leave the most clever, mean comment about her, it just makes me sick to my stomach, because I'm like, what if these comments are things that her inner voices are telling her and giving her reasons to end her own life? And then, but she works really hard to dismiss those feelings and be like, no, this is just my inner voice, and that's not true, that's not how I really am. And then to have that validated by other human beings on the internet, whew. I know how that feels, and it's really painful, so I don't know. So your purging wasn't a weight issue? No. Well, sometimes, yeah. For me, everyone's different. Everybody's different. I've been many different sizes. I've been smaller than I am now, and I've been much bigger than I am now. Yeah, I think she's funny. I think she's sweet. I think she's a nice person. I don't think she's a mean person. She just has made mistakes. Have we not all? Have you You can't tell me that you've never in your life told a lie, especially if it was to protect yourself. And she grew up having no support. She had no parents and no family, nobody that was really actually there for her. Foster home to foster home to foster home. That's how she had to survive, was to lie as a defense mechanism. I've been there before in my past. When I was a lot younger, I had to do that. I know what that feels like. I know that I felt like it was either lie about this or get severely hurt by somebody if I don't. And that's a hard habit to break for some people, you know? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Should I give her eating disorder more of a voice from a different point of view of somebody who has been through similar things as her? But again, nothing is ever the same with eating disorders. Everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. And yeah, I think as an adult you would learn to cope in a better way, but I totally get it. Yeah, but that's the thing though. She's I mean, honestly, she's got one of the things that I have, which is she has what do they call it? Hold on. My therapist was telling me this. There's a name for it, and I also read it online. Arrested development, which is wherever you were traumatized in your life, you tend to kind of stay at that age. Or if you were traumatized in your childhood, then you didn't really get to be a child, and so you still act and do things very childlikely, and that's how I am too. So it's really hard for me. That's why it's really hard for me to learn how to take the tough love and constructive criticism that I need to from the people that are appropriate to give it to me. And that's what I'm working on and I'm learning. But it took me a really long time to do that, because when you're a little kid, I've got, you know, the mindset of a little kid, and that comes out in many different ways, and that's how she is too. It's very, 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 very common for people who have been traumatized and abused in their childhood to have childlike tendencies still, you know, and it takes a lot more hard work for us to grow up than it did for you to grow up. Those that didn't have to go through that. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get like shredded apart because of this, but I don't know. My heart goes out to her, and when I see things that she's done in her past, I'm like, yeah, but she wasn't hurting anybody but herself. And also, why did she do that? Like, why did she do that? You know, why? What's the reason? Why is this happening? Why isn't she better yet? Why is she lying? Why is she trolling? I don't know. Yeah, stunted development. Yeah, that too. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just rambling. I don't know what I'm saying. Hey, Bubba. Hey. Anyway, hang on 1 second. I'm going to mute you for just a second. Sorry, Danny's phone, he had his phone on speaker and he was talking about like private information about me. So I'm like, take it off speaker. Anyway, I don't know. Someone asked though, how would you do those videos if I were to do that about Amberlyn Reed? I would just react to whatever you guys want me to react to. So if you want me to react to every single video, I can, but I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm going to do it from the point of view, this is what I would do anyway. I would do it from the point of view of knowing what it's like to suffer from childhood trauma and abuse and having a lifelong eating disorder is how I would react. And that's what I would focus on. And I would also super duper duper focus on the positive parts of her videos and as to encourage that, you know? So when she does something really nice for someone, I'm going to be like, that's awesome. Good for her. Like, that's a great thing to do for someone. Or that's a really nice thing that she just said. Or, hey, she's really funny. That was really funny and really clever. Like, only focus on the positives in her stuff. And also from the point of view of somebody who relates to her, maybe. Yeah, so let me know. And if you're watching this later, let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do something like that, just because, I don't know, I just feel bad for her. And I don't know, I watch her every day and I just don't think she's this horrible person. That I just don't think she deserves all that she gets. You know what I mean? Like, she's a human that has been through unbelievable things in her life, and I can't blame her for being the way she is, because nobody was there to teach her. Nobody was there to be with her. And she doesn't, like, people make fun of her for not having a normal life and not leaving the house. Well, she's terrified of the world. She doesn't know how to handle it, other than, if I leave my front door, someone's going to hurt me, or someone's going to abandon me, or I'm going to hurt myself somehow, or whatever. For her, there's no safety outside of her boring, from other people's words, life. Like, and I know what that feels like. So I don't know. You would like it? Okay. Honestly, Shanny, Eugenia and Amber don't seem to have willingness to change, and you should focus on healing your own disorder on here and keeping you accountable like the last time you recovered. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I do want to do that as well. I don't believe that Amber doesn't have a willingness. I think that I see her trying. I do. I see her trying. And we've got to give her credit for that, because that's what's going to encourage her to keep going. Because in the past, that's what got her to keep going. Is as soon as people started encouraging her tiny little bits of progress, and then it turned into a bigger progress and a bigger, and that worked for her, and that worked for me too. So with Eugenia, I don't know if she is or not, because I don't watch her anymore. But the last time I checked in on her, no, she's not trying at all. She doesn't. Maybe she is, and we don't see it. So I have nothing to say on that. But I also don't relate as much to Eugenia as I do Amberlyn Reed. So yeah, so she might be. I don't know. Maybe Eugenia is. I don't know where she is, but I see what I do see. What we're shown is that she is trying, and she's got to get credit for that. And I've witnessed in the past that when she does get credit for that, she does better. And I'm the same way. That's why I'm always asking, please just send me encouragement. If you've got like, of course it's okay to like point out, things, but like, you can, I don't know. Sometimes it's not though. Sometimes it's not appropriate depending on who the person is. Like, that's why it just makes me so mad when I see people be like, oh, she can't take constructive criticism, and she's so arrogant to think that she's never wrong, and da-da-da. No. That's not true. I just take the constructive criticism and tough love from the appropriate people. The people that know me. My friends, my family, a lot of you guys that know me. That's where I take it from. So I'm sorry if that comes across as arrogant and I can't take tough love. These are things I'm learning, but I'm also learning that there's an appropriate place and time to give someone tough love and constructive criticism. And some people out there just don't have that right to do that to me. So you can talk about that all you want. That's how I feel. And I know that that's the best decision for myself. So anyway. Who, Dorothy? I think she may have other things going on with her, perhaps other mood disorders or personality disorders. Who are you talking about? Amberlyn or Eugenia? Yeah, Shawnee, you know what it feels like too. It's awful. It's a horrible feeling. Oh, Amber. Oh yeah. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a psych. I can't diagnose her, but she definitely also has. I don't know if she. I would say she. I think she's openly talked about her BPD and bipolar, and yeah, she's talked about those personality, and she's talked about depression and anxiety, and she's talked about trauma before a little bit. She's pretty vague, um, but even what she tells us is enough. I'm like, man, what isn't she telling us? Like, that's what breaks my heart for her, because I'm like, okay, if she shares like these random little things here and there, if you listen closely enough, she'll share these little things here and there, and I'm like, what aren't you telling us? Because that sucks, and that's sad that you have to go through that. You know what I mean? I don't know. So many people say she blames her viewers for her failures, and sometimes I feel like she has a right to, because those words are so painful. Healing is so hard when you're under the watchful eye of others. Preach, Shauna. Yes. And the constant hate she gets, it's hard enough to heal with all that, without all that. And she doesn't know any better. She doesn't know any better that she is capable of making money in a different way. This works for her. It gives her the life that she wants. It gives her a roof over her head and food and clothing, and lets her spend whatever. I'm not going to judge that. That's her money, her life, her decision. Because again, she didn't have help at all. She didn't have anyone there for her entire life. Like, I've never jumped from foster home to foster home. I cannot imagine how that would feel, and having parents that are, addicts and abusive and not in her life, and yet she's so willing just to welcome them back in, just because she's so desperate to have parents, and she's so desperate to have a mother again, even though her mom hurt her. Like, if people would just open their hearts a little and just listen a little bit more to really what's going on, it's so obvious, and it just makes me sad. Like, it makes me want to cry. I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's just a different vibe because you are so willing and honest with yourself on here. I think for you, the internet is a good thing because no one on here is sabotaging your recovery like Amber. It should be a lot easier for me, shouldn't it? I know. See, I have the problem where I have this problem that I've had my entire life. You can ask anybody in my family. I care way too much what people think. And so there can be 100 lovely, beautiful, encouraging comments, and then there's one that's like negative or trying to tear me down or pointing out negative things that I already know about myself that I'm told you I'm working on, but you still feel the need to, I don't know, you know what I mean? And that's the one I'll focus on. And that's something I'm working on, and I'm getting better. But man, that's a tough one for me. Amberlynn's story, from what I know, from what she's shared, I guess I haven't watched a lot of her old videos. I'm not like Colleen. Like, I've seen every single one of Colleen's videos. Amberlynn Reed, I only just recently started watching her again religiously. There were a couple years ago I was watching her religiously, and then I stopped for a little bit and just would watch her here and there. And now I'm back to watching her religiously. And just over the years, what I've gathered is, she was born with parents that were addicts and abusers because of their addictions, I think. And she had an eating disorder since she was a little girl, just like me, like little girl. And she would go from foster home to foster home, and they were abusive to her and neglectful, and she didn't really get like a great education or a lot of support from anybody but her. Like, she was all she had pretty much. So I can see also how she gets, like, people like to say all the time, like, she has such a big head, she has such a big ego. Well, if you went from having absolutely nobody in your life to having 300,000, how many subscribers does she have? 200,000 people that know who you are after having nobody else in your life that cares to know you, that cares to show interest in you. And you also come from a childlike mind, yeah, that's going to happen. There's reasons behind everything. This is why I was so gravitated towards your videos, because you're so compassionate, Shanny. That's so sweet. I love you, Shauna. You're so amazing. You're such an inspiration to me. I'm so proud of you. I love you. Yeah, it's so hard. I know, Lucy. Same. I care way too much about what people think and say to me. I'm so sensitive. Yeah, because I also have a brain that's like, I have ADHD, but I also have depression and anxiety and BPD and bipolar, and all of those mixed together. My brain is a mess. And so I can't even like begin to tell you what goes on in my brain within 5 seconds. It goes so fast. And like, I can look at, like, okay, there's a box of Fruity Pebbles. Oh my gosh, Fruity Pebbles was my favorite cereal when I was a little girl. And when I was a little girl, we would only get them on Christmas. And so then I'm thinking about Christmas as a little girl and how that was the only good time of the year. And that was the only time of the year that Dad wouldn't yell at us or beat us or touch us or whatever, or scream at us or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And what did that do to me? And that's why I have an eating disorder. And did I buy the Fruity Pebbles because I have an eating disorder? And is it only going to continue because of that? And what's going to happen if I don't have milk, if I need to, and then to go to the store and get milk, then I'm going to have to drive. But if I'm going to drive, how am I going to get in the car? And what if I don't have energy that day? And if I don't have energy, then what can I do to get the energy? And if I don't have the energy, then what can I do to get better? And how can I not purge today? And how can I not have eating disorder thoughts today? And how can I get rid of all the thoughts inside of my head that are telling me that I am a worthless, lazy, stupid piece of shit that is of no worth to this earth and no value at all to anybody or anything ever in the whole entire world, and everything I do is a joke, and everybody makes fun of you, and everybody hates you, and everybody is disappointed in you, and everybody is down on you, and you've done this to yourself, and you're a horrible person because you've treated yourself this way. And why have you treated yourself this way? Because of all that you've been through. And what have you been through? Oh, let's go through that again and think about what you've been through. And then all the trauma comes up, and it's just, my brain just doesn't rest, and it's always something, and it's always something very dramatic in my head like that. Like, it's just, everything is so big in my head, and so it hurts when you see a little comment like that, when you're like, oh my gosh, does everybody think that? Everybody must think that of me. If there's 100 comments and 99 good ones and only one good one, I guarantee that the 99 people also agree with the hateful one, and they're just not saying it because they're just trying to be nice. But everyone feels that way. If I see one bad comment, I'm like, no, everyone feels that way. Everybody sees me that way. Anyway. Oh, geez, Amy. Yes, the world is, it's not easy. We've all been through different stories, different timelines, different backgrounds, different situations in our lives. And it's really unfair for anyone out there to compare to yours, to compare to mine. It's really unfair to do that, to be like, well, this is what I did, or this is what I think you need to do, when you don't know my full situation, and you don't know my full story, and you don't know, you guys, there are secrets that I've never told anybody on the internet, even my closest friends that I've made on the internet. I've got secrets from them too. There are things that I don't share with you, that you don't know that I'm working on, or that there's a reason that it's like, I guess the best I can do is to continue to ask that you just encourage me and send me positive thoughts and send me positive vibes, instead of just trying to fix me is what people use, that they're trying to help me. It doesn't help me. And I've told people time and time again, this doesn't help me. And if you're not going to trust that and you're going to go against that, then that's on you, not me. That's on you if I get upset about it, because I've told you. I've asked you many times, this is what I need if you want to actually help me. But some people insist, no, this is the help that you need. I will tell you the help that you need. I will tell you what you need to be doing. And if you're not doing this, then you're not doing it right. You don't have a right to say that unless you are my husband, my family, God, my therapist, or my closest friends. You don't have a right to say that unless you know me. So if you'd like to actually help me, that's what I need. And I'll just keep saying that. And that has to be good enough for me. And that's what I'm learning in therapy. And I'm learning all kinds of things and just being like, okay, that's just, I know what would help me. And I'm going to ask for it. And the people that give it to me, thank you. So 99% of you, thank you for encouraging me and loving me and uplifting me. Even if I'm sick over and over and over, even if I'm relapsing over and over, even if I'm having behaviors over and over, even if I'm doing well over and over for a long time, even no matter what, like, that's just what I personally need. So if you'd like to give me that, great. If not, then that's on you, not me. I should probably delete this. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. But I will try to not talk about it as much. I talk about it way too much. It's because it's one of the main things I'm working on right now. So, and I just have no filter, which is another thing I'm working on. So, working on boundaries and filters and all these things, but it's hard. Like, I'm trying to change like that you've done something your entire life. It takes time to change. For some people are slower than others, and I've always been very behind with everything in life. You can ask my mother. School, maturing, everything. It's just how I am and who I am, and just trying to learn to be the best me, the best that I can for myself. Aw, thanks, Dorothy. Asking for what you need is a crucial part of recovery. Thank you. Yeah, it's really great when I do see that. And even on Reddit, sometimes I'll see people that are like super encouraging. And but today, though, I was talking to my brother-in-law about the Reddit, and he was like, delete the app. And I was like, huh? He's like, just delete it. Like, just delete it? It's like, yeah, just delete it. I'm like, well, I went like a week one time without looking at it. And he's like, and have you looked since? And I said, yeah. And he's like, just delete it. I'm like, okay. But I think my destructive self is like, no, but what if they say something really nice on there and really encouraging? So I better not delete it, because what if they say something encouraging? And then, of course, I get addicted to reading and seeing all these thoughts that my voices are telling me are reason to not be here anymore. Triggers me every time. So my brother-in-law today helped me delete the app. We did it together, and it's like one of my top goals right now is to not look at it at all, just because it's not worth the risk of seeing the other negative assumptions and judgments and opinions from people that like, they're welcome to give them, but I'm not gonna read them anymore. So yeah. Anyway, and it's not just Reddit, that's just an example. There's also been comments over the years and stuff like that, but really, if I stop and think about it, literally 99% of my viewers are nothing but loving and supportive and encouraging and all of that. So thanks, Joy. It was a big deal to delete it. It felt weird to delete it. So I will do my very best. That's something that I will ask of you guys, to keep me accountable. Even though there's still that part of me like, but what if someone makes a really nice post? Sometimes that's nice to read, because there have been times where I'll read a post on there and I'm like, oh, that was really sweet and helpful. That was helpful to me for what I needed. They listened, and that was helpful. How sweet of them to do that. And that made me feel better for a second. But then, with that, you've got to read, 90% of that is just very like, anyway, I've said it all a million times in this live stream. I'm sorry. I'm just repeating myself over and over, but yeah. I know who I am right now, what I need and who I need to hear from different people in my life, and from what I need from you guys, the people that don't know me personally. I just need encouragement and love and support. If you can't give that to me, then okay, that's life, I guess. But that's on you, not me. I don't want to take the blame for that anymore, because I've not done anything wrong by asking for that. So anyone who wants to make fun of me for saying that I can't take any criticism at all or whatever, okay, that's your opinion, but that's not the truth. So anyway. How about, Lucy said, how about you ask people to look out for those sweet posts and read them to you? Oh, that's a great idea. So you can avoid looking at it and seeing the negative comments. That's a great idea. Anyone who wants to do that, go for it. That's a great idea. Although I also don't want like other people contributing to it, but at the same time, it's like they have every right to be there. And this is America. They've got freedom of speech. Let them do what they're going to do. Whatever. Who cares? I also don't want you guys to go on there and like fight with them and stand up for me, because people close to me have tried to do that and it's just not going to change their mind. People just get in a place where they just have to be right, that they will never change their mind about something, and that's just how it is. And so it's pointless, and I don't want to put anybody that I love and care about, and you, which is you guys also, in the line of like possible criticism and judgment and, negative stuff for you. Like I wouldn't want that to happen, because that's happened before. If people go on there and try and defend me, then it's like, oh, you're just Shanny's little minion, and she's manipulated you into doing this, and like, just then they start to attack that person, and I'm like, stop, like that's not cool. So just don't even like respond, like it just doesn't deserve a response unless it's a positive post, unless it's like actually something helpful. If you see something helpful, be like, thank you, this is helpful. And what's helpful, that's different for every person. I've stated many times what's helpful for me. If you would like to, that from you, treatment, constructive criticism, tough love, all that stuff is helping me, but from the appropriate sources. Exactly. That's what they want. They want you and your audience to be upset. So the best thing is to not respond and ignore. Yes. Most of them. We shouldn't say all of them. Some of them really truly think they're trying to help. And those are the ones that make me sad, because I'm like, if you're really trying to help, wouldn't you like hear what I'm telling you would help me and has proven to help me in the past? And if they still don't, then that's kind of a bummer. But yeah. Amy, what are you talking about? Oh, Shanny, I'll start doing that. I never encourage you. I always have your back no matter what. You absolutely always encourage me. You always have, Amy. Always. I love you. You're not who I'm talking about. Yeah. And I've seen people, that are on those sites or in comments here and there, and I'm like, oh man, I really thought I don't know. I actually, yeah, never mind. It's just heartbreaking, and everybody's got a story, and everybody's got their own pain, and you just never know what's going through somebody's head. And to use the excuse of, well, you put yourself out there, so this is what comes with it, I just think is cruel to say stuff like that to influencers, to be like, well, you put yourself out there for ridicule. No, we didn't. We all started doing this for a different reason. None of us thought to ourselves, oh, this is going to turn into possibly a few people shredding apart your existence and hurting you after knowing what hurts you. Nobody thinks of that, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody signs up for that. So like just try and have a heart a little and put yourself in their shoes, and no one signs up for this kind of thing, you know? It's not fair to blame being super I love you too, Joy. Thanks. That's true too. There's a fine line between constructive criticism and abuse. And I've told these people that that hurts me, and they continue to do it. So yeah, that's no longer, that's when it becomes hurtful, like deeply hurtful. So trolls are predatory bullies, but they're not all trolls. Really, some of these people really think that they have the answer for me and they're trying to help. And I just hope one day they'll listen to me, and I'm the only person in this entire world that actually knows what works for me and what I need. Myself and God are the only, in my opinion, because I believe in God. You don't have to. I'm not pushing this on anyone. The only two beings in the entire world that know me is me and God. And I know what got me better last time. I know what helped me last time. And I know what's helping me now to get better, which I'm doing, and I'm doing great, especially considering this year that I've been through. And I'm proud of myself for that, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for those people. I'm so grateful for all of you. So thank you. Seriously, thank you to all of you that are just, I know I say it over and over all the time in every video, but like seriously, thank you from the bottom of my soul to just for like loving me. Oh my gosh, why am I getting emotional? Just loving me and encouraging me, and truly, like, even if you don't believe in me, at least still trying to encourage me, you know what I mean? Because I know what it's like to see someone and be like, do I think they can get better? I don't know. But you know what? It's not going to help to tear them down more because of it. And so I'll just encourage instead. And that's what 99% of you do. And I cannot tell you how much it means to me. I can't. The letters you guys send me in PO boxes, the comments that you leave, everything. I love these interactions on live streams. I love getting to know you guys better lately, and I think I'm going to go live a lot more often on here. Even though that like sinks your channel to go live all the time, but I don't care at this point, because it's not, obviously I would want more subscribers and more people watching so that I could reach more people, and so that I can have even more support and all the things, you know my thing. But it's okay, because we can all of us that are here matter, and we can be here for each other. And I get also, I think the first, I will say this though, to the critics is maybe what we'll call them. They're not haters, they're not trolls. To the critics out there that have no business criticizing me in that way because they don't know me well enough to do so. In their defense, it must be very hard and very frustrating to see someone and watch someone for years and watch them recover and then watch them go back. Because not only are you sad for that person, it frustrates you for that person, but if you're struggling with something similar, it makes you wonder, could I ever get better? Because this girl sure isn't. She got better for a year and a half, great, but then she relapsed again, so it's hopeless for everyone, and she shouldn't be showing that to people, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get where their thought process is coming from, but I still stand by everything else that I said tonight. Yes, Amy. Because trust me, like, I'm just as frustrated as you are. It's a hard thing for some people. It's just, we've got a lot of extra battles that make it hard than it is for some others. And some others have it harder in other ways than I do. And you know, like, everyone's different, and everyone's lives and brain chemistries and experiences are different. And even if we have, like, say, the same eating disorder and the same mental illness diagnoses, like, we're all different people. No, there's not one human on this earth that is the exact same as another human. And so, gotta show some compassion if we can. Thanks, Lucy. That's really sweet. Amy, didn't you have me try that one time and it was delicious? Amy said, okay, weird question. Does anyone here eat pickles with Velveeta cheese slices? It's so good, just wondering. Well, not the Velveeta, but like the Kraft slices. Is that what you mean? Does Velveeta make slices? I didn't know they did that. Anyway. You guys are really sweet. Thank you for all your kind words. But yeah, I think you had me try that and it was delicious. I grew up on, like, the fake cheese. Like, I grew up on, like, the squeezed cheese. Like, we would have celery sticks with the squeezed cheese in it instead of peanut butter. I grew up with that. We grew up with, like, the cheap little Kraft, like, store, not even Kraft. That was way too expensive. But, like, the little, you know, off-brand cheese slices that were, like, individually wrapped. And yeah, I actually talk about that in my vlog, so I'll stop talking because you're gonna hear all about that, because I actually had a conversation about that. It was funny. I'm getting really hot. I'm gonna take off my hat, but I haven't washed my hair in weeks because I planned to wash it, but then ended up in the emergency room for, oh, I didn't even tell you that. I'm sorry. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Just, we had an incident on Christmas Eve, but I'm fine. Everything is fine. I'm just not ready to talk about it yet. So sorry I brought that up. For some reason, I was in, like, more of a private live stream type of mode for a second there. Sorry about that. Anyway, someday I'll tell you what happened, but right now I'm not ready to talk about it. So, but yeah. I'm so hungry. What did everyone have for dinner? We had a lovely dinner. We had prime rib and mashed potatoes and corn. And I'm not a big prime rib fan. Don't tell my parents that. They don't know that. I just will take a piece and like pick at it a little and I'll eat some of it. Today I ate a little bit more. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I love meat. Well, I mean, I'm not a big meat eater. I don't eat a ton of meat, but when I'm craving meat, like I love meat. And for some reason, maybe it's like a seasoning that my stepdad uses. I don't know what it is, but I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. But I ate mashed potatoes and corn, and my mom made this really yummy. You'll see it. I vlogged it all. You'll see what I ate. It was really, 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 really yummy. So thanks, Paris. You're sweet. I had a really wonderful day. It was a much needed day with my family that filled my heart back up a lot. So feeling pretty peaceful today, I must say. Yeah, it was good. And then last night for Christmas, we had a turkey dinner at Danny's family, and that was delicious. And tonight at bedtime, I'm gonna make myself a plate of leftover potatoes and corn and whatever else is in there. I don't know what's in there. Lasagna is so delicious. I love lasagna. Off topic, what are your like channel and life goals for the new year? What are you manifesting? I have a lot. Do you guys want to see a video of it? I have a lot of things and too many to remember all at once right now, so maybe I'll write them all down and make a video about it if you want me to. I'm really excited to, obviously my number one goal is always recovery, always, but other than that, I'm really excited to learn how to edit better my videos and stuff. So I'm really excited to learn this new software, but it's gonna mean like Paul coming over and teaching me. And I take a really long time to learn things, as we just discussed recently. I'm a very slow learner. It takes me like I have to do it over and over. Like I use iMovie for editing, and it's like like anybody could use it. It is so easy. And Paul came over. That's actually the day I met Paul, was Danny let him come over to teach me. And we had to record him teaching me just because I forgot, because I can't pay attention. And so I have to like visualize it. I have to see it happening. So only experience is how I get good at it. So he can teach me things, but I'm really not going to get the knack of this Final Cut Pro thing until I start practicing it. So it'll be interesting to see if I can even do anything of worth in the next year, but I'm going to try, because I'm going to try and only edit on Final Cut Pro from now on, so that it'll like force myself to learn it. But that's not starting until the new year. So my big Christmas video that's coming, that will not be Final Cut Pro. That'll be how I always edit it. And that's what I'm going to do, because there's hours of footage to go through. So I'm not even going to try with a whole new editing system. Anyway, what was my point? What was the question? I don't know. I need to go though. I'm getting really tired and I need to go to bed. I've had a very long week and weekend, and my body is just shot, and I've had really lows this week and really highs, and today was a really good day, and I'm really, really grateful for today. Christmas Eve was really rough for me. I was in the ER. I'll tell you about it soon. It's nothing related to other things. It was for something totally different that's never happened to me before, and it was really scary, and I don't remember a lot of it. Like Danny took me in and I don't remember, so he'll help me tell the story. I mean, he's told me, and I know the story because he's told me, and I remember like little bits of it and stuff, but it was really scary. But I'm totally okay now, and yeah, so we're good. Anyway, yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for this really lovely conversation. Thanks for being patient with me and my weird needs that I need from you guys. Thank you for those that respect it and are really awesome about it. I'm sure it's frustrating to watch me be sick all the time. Believe me, I'm frustrated too. And I'm sure it's frustrating to watch me relapse. Believe me, I'm frustrated too. But those of you that are patient enough to keep encouraging me. You are what keeps me going, and I couldn't do it without you guys. So thanks. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. It's over for all of you, but today was Christmas for me again. So Merry Christmas again, or whatever you celebrate or don't, or just happy day wherever you are. And I hope that your day is filled with love and light. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow night. I'll try and go live again and show you what I got for Christmas when I have more energy. And then after that, you'll sometime in the next week, you'll be getting a very, very, very long vlog of all of the Christmas events that happened over the past week. So yeah. So, okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, forever and always, that you're beautiful, you're worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye. Love you. Bye.